All right, everyone. Good morning. Today is Wednesday, July 3rd, 2024 at 10:30. And today we've got our day 1 outlook. We could be looking at today. Today's day 1 outlook looks like we've got start off in the western part. We'll have a little bit of a slight risk out in Wyoming, out in South Dakota, into Nebraska, into Colorado and Kansas. We also have a slight risk over here into Missouri, into Illinois, Indiana, and even into Ohio. Um, there's a huge marginal. We have one stretching from Montana into Wyoming, South Dakota, into Nebraska, into Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Texas, out into Arkansas through Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, into Pennsylvania, and even in a little bit of New York State. So that is a big one right there. So anyway, yeah, I don't think I'll probably be able to go over all that, but we'll see. Today we have Indianapolis, Columbus, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Dayton under a slight, and Cleveland, Tulsa, Wichita, St. Louis, and Lexington Fayette under a marginal. So let's see what today's tornado risk is like. It's mainly going to be out more western, over in basically Nebraska and a little bit of Colorado there under 5%, but 2% is Wyoming, South Dakota, into Nebraska, Colorado, and Kansas. So let's see what we've got for today's tornado risk. Let's see. Okay, we don't really have a 5% because there's no major population in risk area. Okay, so that means pretty much nobody's in the 5%, so I don't know why the heck that's out. But anyway, Rapid City, North Platte, Giles, Sterling, and Lexington are under a 2% tornado risk. So that's basically, you could be a isolated tornado. Um, Today's damaging wind risk. We've got it stretching from Wyoming through South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, and Kansas. Hatched area in Nebraska and Kansas, a little bit of Colorado here. We have this other 5% in Missouri out into Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. We do also have this 5%, 5% extending from Montana into Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, up into a little bit of Pennsylvania. So that's what it is for today. So today's wind risk is North Platte having the significant severe, Indianapolis, Columbus, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Dayton under a 15%, and Cleveland, Tulsa, Wichita, St. Louis, and Lexington Fayette under a 5%. So definitely I would say damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles per hour, maybe even 75 miles per hour, especially for the yellow area here. And 5% you could see 60 to 70 miles per hour. Anyway, today's hail risk. We got a pretty big hatched area, actually. You got a pretty big hatched area, a little bit of Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, down into Colorado, and a little bit of Kansas here. 15% from Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, and Kansas. We got a 5% from Montana through Wyoming, South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma, out into Arkansas and Missouri. So that's what we've got for the hail risk. So it looks like Rapid City, North Platte, Gillette, Sterling, and Rapid Valley under a significant severe. Rapid City, North Platte, Gillette, Sterling, and Lexington under a 15%. In Wichita, Overland Park, Springfield, Topeka, and Olathe under a 5%. I definitely say hailstones can be 1 to 3 inches in diameter for the 15% in the hatched area, 1 to 2 in the 5% area. So anyway, Storm Prediction Center says today, a threat for all severe weather hazards is possible this afternoon to evening over portions of the central and northern high plains. Damaging to severe gusts may occur near a separate front, mainly from the Ozarks to Ohio. So that is basically what's happening today. There's today's hail risk, today's wind risk, today's tornado risk, and today's overall day 1 outlook. So anyway, really hope you stay safe, stay weather aware, and I will see you tomorrow for the 4th of July so we can explain tomorrow's severe weather. Until then, stay safe and have a good day.